You're scrolling through a dozen patio sets, wondering if any of them will actually survive 3 summers, look good after a rainstorm, and still feel comfortable when you're just trying to enjoy a glass of wine on a Friday night. You don't need a glossy brochure full of buzzwords, you need something that fits your balcony or backyard without breaking the bank, and that won't leave you constantly rearranging cushions or fighting rust. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon, and I'm going to walk through why the purple leaf 11-piece patio set might be the sweet spot, and when it's better to walk away. First off, let's talk about the kind of space where this set shines. The geometric design gives it a modern vibe that works on a sleek condo balcony as well as a larger suburban deck. Because the pieces are modular, you can start with the core table and 2 chairs and later add the lounge chair or extra side tables without buying a whole new set. That flexibility is a big win for anyone who likes to reconfigure their outdoor area for a dinner party, a kids' play zone, or just a solo reading nook. If you have a fixed layout and never plan to move things around, the modularity might feel like a gimmick, but for most renters or homeowners who like to tweak their setup, it's a real practical advantage. Now, the aluminum frame is the backbone of the set. Aluminum doesn't rust the way steel does, which is a relief after a few months of exposure to humidity and occasional drizzle. I've seen aluminum patio furniture hold up for years without the unsightly orange-brown patches that ruin the look of cheaper metal frames. The downside is that aluminum can feel a little lighter underfoot compared to heavier wrought iron options, so if you have a very windy location, you'll want to make sure the base bolts are tightened and maybe add a weight anchor. Most users won't notice any wobble during normal use, but the set isn't designed for extreme weather like hurricane-force gusts. The backrests are made of olefin, a synthetic fiber that resists fading, mildew, and stains. That's a big plus if you have kids or pets that love to lounge outdoors. Olefin holds up better than cotton or polyester when left out in the sun for weeks on end, so the cushions stay looking fresh without needing constant washing. Speaking of cushions, the set includes thick, foam-filled pads with removable covers. They're soft enough to sink into after a long day, yet firm enough to support you when you're reaching for a glass from the table. The covers are stitched securely, which means the seams won't split after a few seasons. On the flip side, the cushions are not removable for a quick rinse, you have to spot clean with a damp cloth. If you expect to wash the whole set frequently, you might find that a fully machine washable cushion line would be more convenient. Who should consider buying this set? If you're a renter who wants a stylish, low-maintenance outdoor arrangement that won't damage a balcony rail, the aluminum frame and olefin fabric are perfect. The modular nature means you can start small and grow the set as your budget allows, which is ideal for people on a tight budget who still want a cohesive look. It also works well for families who need durable furniture that can take a few spills and still look presentable. On the other hand, if you live in a region with harsh winters, heavy snow, or very high winds, you might be better off with a heavier steel frame that can be bolted down more securely. And if you're a design purist who prefers a classic wicker look, the modern geometric aesthetic might feel too stark for your taste. Let's get into everyday scenarios. Picture a Saturday brunch, you spread out a platter of fresh fruit, set up the coffee table, and pull 2 of the lounge chairs out for extra seating. The cushions stay firm even after several plates are set down, and the olefin fabric doesn't pick up crumbs or juice stains the way some fabrics do. Later that evening, you dim the string lights, bring out a couple of pillows, and settle into the lounge chair for a movie night under the stars. The backrest supports you comfortably for hours, and the aluminum frame stays cool, not heating up like metal can on a sunny day. I've also heard from a few users that the set handles a modest barbecue no wobble when you lean on the table to flip burgers, and the table's surface holds up to the weight of a portable grill without sagging. No product is flawless, and the purple leaf set has a couple of trade-offs worth noting. The set includes a decent number of pieces for the price, but the table is on the smaller side. If you regularly host larger gatherings, you might find yourself needing an extra tabletop or a different configuration. Also, the cushions, while comfortable, are not the thickest you'll find on the market, so anyone who prefers a plush,